But do you guys know what takes place in Yokohama?
What?
Yakuza 7.
Oh my god. Colin, we will have a Yakuza episode, okay? Calm
It's like,
down.
I will
Let
get
us-
you a
I'm not
puppy.
I'm not gonna stop talking about it.
Okay.
Just let one other person in this podcast play Yakuza, and then we'll talk about it with you.
Hey guys, welcome back to the Joystick Drift podcast. This is episode, I don't even know. Probably 21. I think it's 21 or 22.
it, episode
Either of those.
Oh no.
I know.
What's
We
happening?
don't know. Either way, we're joined again with Don, Alex, and Colin. We're going to be talking about Pokemon Presents. You could tell by my reaction that it was meh, and I did the live stream on it, so we're gonna discuss everything that was announced during the present, and yeah, so as per usual, let's go around and talk about what we've been playing, what we've been doing, how's life in general. Alex, let's start with you.
I finally beat Persona 5 Royal, and I got the good ending.
Hey, but did you do the bad ending?
No, I did not.
You gotta do
Alex,
the bad
you need
ending.
to do the bad ending.
Bad endings in Persona games are amazing.
I did not do the bad endings. I've been taking a break, and things have been changing at work, so you know, you gotta
It takes
prioritize.
like 5 minutes.
You gotta prioritize the important stuff.
Oh, I don't know.
True.
I've never been able to do like the bad endings or like the bad faction in like video games like ever. I just never been able to like just get myself to just do it. You know.
Dude. Persona 5 Royal has the best bad ending of all time.
Ooh.
Dark.
Okay.
And I will say that.
It's
Because
dark.
I finally beat Persona 5 Royal, I decided to start a new game, even though it's not new. I bought it brand new, which is Crisis Core Final Fantasy VII Reunion.
Nice.
Yeah, try fitting that on a video description. Good lordy, that title. Sounds like a freaking manga title.
Well, I already know how it goes, and I already know how it ends.
Ah, okay.
Alrighty, well, that is awesome. Don, let's go to you.
Yeah. Everything's been going pretty good as of late. Definitely, yeah, just pretty much more of the same. Been playing some more Monster Hunter, doing all that, and I actually just got back into playing Overwatch again.
Why?
Yeah, that's a great question.
Why?
I've been having the just the tick for playing Overwatch for like a couple weeks now. So I was just like, you know what, I'll just get back on Overwatch and see how it is. It's just a game that I just can't seem to stay away from. I've been playing the game since day one, so I'm just like, it's just enveloped in me now. Like I don't know what to tell you.
I've been playing Overwatch 2 as well. I still hate it.
But yeah, but why are you playing it? Why would you do that to yourself?
Just to
'cause
play a game on the PC.
I enjoy it. I
You
still
can play so many games on the PC. You could play Yakuza 0 on the PC.
Colin, we've
Yeah,
already
but it was-
discussed this. I'm gonna be playing the Yakuza series, okay? Calm down.
You could play. I want more people to play the Yakuza series, so we can do a Yakuza episode.
That's true.
Yeah, maybe I'll get
Alrighty.
around to it.
Nice. Alright, well, I've been doing well. Work's been good, life's been good. Yeah. I have to get my car oil changed, and I have not done it. I'm supposed to do it last week. I haven't.
You'll get around to it next week.
I'll get around to it. It's like that check engine light, you know? Just.
Yeah.
But anyways.
It's a little better.
Struggled with the live stream today. Well,
Epic.
not today. Well, at the time of recording this, same day as the Pokemon Presents. But I was like, I don't know how to get the browser. I don't know how to do this. And I was freaking out. But it went well. I got it started. I was muted for like a little bit in the beginning, so oopsies.
Oopsie.
And I didn't notice because I didn't notice until I looked at my audio and I was like, why is it red? Oh, I'm muted.
It's like, oh, that explains so much.
I know.
Yeah, no,
It was
that
right
director was
after-
that, yeah.
It was right after I said Chris Brown.
It's like, no, they can't mean that Chris Brown, can they? But no, it turns
Exactly.
out, yeah.
And then when I saw him, I was like, oh, that is not who I thought it was. But yeah,
that's funny.
so, Colin?
Yo, I've been doing good, I guess. I've been having some car issues recently, so that's not fun.
Ugh, yikes.
But it's fine.
Hey, at least you haven't crashed.
Yeah. Yet.
Yes.
Knock on wood.
No. So yeah, I've been playing a lot of Like a Dragon Ishin recently. Very good game. I got it early access because I bought the digital deluxe edition.
Nice.
Like a dragon Ishin?
Like a Dragon Ishin. It's
Huh.
technically it's the Yakuza series, but they've rebranded to Like a Dragon.
Oh, interesting.
Because there's
I
so
say-
many Yakuza games, that's why.
Well, no, I say it's funny. I say that it's funny because it actually is Like a Dragon. The entire series is called Like a Dragon, but in the West it was called Yakuza for a very long time, because they just didn't. Yeah, they just didn't want to make it like a dragon. They were like, let's make it Yakuza, even though you play as a Yakuza for like 1% of the series.
Right.
But yeah, the only issue with Like a Dragon Ishin is it just came out. Except, you can't really play it unless you've played the rest of the series, because there are a lot of characters and a lot of references to the past games, and yeah, you'd have to play the whole series to actually get the full experience. And it's the same with Yakuza 7, but it's fine.
Makes
Anyway,
sense.
yeah, I've been playing a lot of that. I was around for the To the Moon stream. That was fun. I cried
That was so fun.
again.
I
I
literally
missed
came
it.
in. I came
missed
in
it
at
like
the
I'm
end.
seven-
bummed out I missed that.
I missed
oh my
like 70%
God.
of it.
Yeah, like you both missed a majority of it. I literally came back in with my audio after it ended. I was like, I'm not crying, you are. As I'm crying.
Do I have a leak inside? What's happening right now? There's water everywhere. Oh no! Hey,
I love that
I
game.
was like, but when I like was watching and I saw the end, I'm like, yeah, I'm not emotional at all.
Because you missed the whole game!
Well, that's the thing. It's you gotta experience the game yourself. It's kind of its own thing.
Nah, too much money. I got better things
It's-
to spend money on.
Dude, it's like $9.
It's $9.
And it goes on sale. I bought it for literally 30 cents.
I want to know.
would just,
I want to know where you're buying your games from.
and that's on the. And you
I
said that was
bought
on
it
the
on
Switch?
Steam. It is on Switch. The port on Switch is
It's
okay. But the port for Finding Paradise, which is the sequel, is awful. Like it is abysmal.
Oh,
Like
okay.
it crashes multiple times. There are points where there's supposed to be textures loaded, and it just loads a JPEG. Yeah, it's pretty great.
It just loads a JPEG.
No, it does. There's a huge part in my friend sent me a screenshot one time, and it was literally
We'll make another note of that.
a point, and there was supposed to be like something there, but it was just a clear JPEG, and it was just a clear box. It was awesome.
Stop this.
But yeah, I've been here. That's the best way I could describe it. I've been here.
Existing.
I've been.
We feel
Yeah,
that.
I've been existing. I would say vibing, but I have not been vibing.
Breathing oxygen, consuming food. You know the usual business.
the
Yeah.
typical
Exactly.
stuff that we're supposed to do.
Yeah. Wait, we're supposed to do that?
I thought it was optional.
I don't know. I don't know. Eating
Basic
food,
body function.
Eating
I thought they were
eating
optional.
food. I have not actually done that.
Oh,
Yo.
You haven't
speaking
eaten
of
today,
eating
Alex?
food, I passed my health exam
had,
and
like-
I'm able to eat normal food again. It's fantastic. I love it.
I
I
had, like-
eat pizza again.
I only had like one can of Chef Boyardee. That's it.
Alex!
Bro, how do you eat Chef Boyardee? I'm sorry. Like,
Because I'm lazy to cook.
You gotta get the right one.
no,
though.
like
My guy,
I'm
that's-
saying, how do you eat Chef Boyardee? Like,
With a straight face. That's straight cat food.
bro,
I mean,
Chef
I don't know.
Boyardee.
I don't know. I
is-
grew up on that. I grew up on Chef Boyardee.
Listen,
Bro.
not all things that are nostalgic are good things.
It's not because it was
mean-
nostalgic, because I was used to eating it throughout my almost all my life.
Okay, then let me ask you guys this, because not everybody likes this. What are your thoughts on Spam?
I love Spam.
Yeah.
No.
See?
You have to
No.
cook it right.
Yes,
You have
thank
to-
you.
You have
Thank
to
you.
cook it right. My friend got me into Spam when I was in Florida and during college. Oh my god, we had a Korean hot pot. So good. Oh my god, it was so good. We had
I
Spam in there.
tried.
I just went to Korean barbecue yesterday. Now
I
wanna go
tried
back
Korean
again.
barbecue for the first time recently, and it's so good.
I know, right?
It's like an
Oh.
awakening.
I never had
Oh, yeah.
Spam, so I wouldn't know.
You have
it's
to,
like-
Alex. Whenever you okay, you know what? When you have Spam for the first time, make sure I'm the
It's
one that's
cooked.
making it. You
Yes,
have to make
or
it
me.
with the right and pair it with the right food too. Like honestly, a simple way to make it is slice it up. I would say cube it because I like to cube it. And then put it on the pan or put it in your wok, and then
Fry it. Yeah.
fry it, and then put the fried rice with it.
Fried
I
rice
hate
is
that
really
I
good
can't.
too.
I hate that I can't think of a walk without thinking of Uncle Roger.
Uncle Roger, hiya. I'm sorry.
No MSG.
Well, anyway, back on topic.
Back on
Why
topic.
you
Yes.
scared of peanut?
I can sit here and talk about Spam all day, but yeah, let's get back on topic.
Alrighty, so today,
Gotta get my hair
well, as of this recording,
Mhm.
Pokemon Presents went live, and
Mm-hmm.
needless to say, it was meh,
Pretty
But-
underwhelming.
underwhelming.
I think
but
I think the only interesting thing for Pokemon that happened today is the new Terror Raid event.
right,
with-
we're gonna go through everything. in order.
Pokemon Sleep is cool.
Okay, guys, we're gonna get through everything in order so that our audience, in case you did not see it, that way you know. So, first thing we're gonna go through, if anybody's even interested in this, the Pokemon World Championship dates and key art was revealed today.
Yeah.
Yo,
Seems
it's in Yokohama, isn't it?
Yep,
It's
Yokohama,
gonna be
Japan.
Japan. Yep.
Yo, Yokohama.
So that'll be exciting.
Yeah. And if anybody's interested in that, it is taking place from August 11th through the 13th. I do not see where it is going to be streamed. If anything, probably on the Pokemon website.
Cute.
Most likely.
I'm pretty cool with that. Like, I'm pretty excited for that only because, like, A, I get to watch. I can actually finally get more into VGC stuff, and B, we might be getting more TCG tie-in merch that comes with this that will come to some of the local gaming stores. So I'm pretty excited to get my hands on some of that stuff.
But do you guys know what takes place in Yokohama?
What?
Yakuza 7.
Oh my god. Colin, we will have a Yakuza episode, okay? Calm.
It's like I will get you a
I'm not
puppy.
I'm not gonna stop talking about it.
Just
Okay.
let one other person in this podcast play Yakuza, and then we'll talk about it with you.
I'm playing it because, like, we've talked about it. I was like, look. We'll have a timeline here.
Bro,
Nick will play this and this. I'll play this and this. That way we have time so I can play
No,
pair of...
Nick is going to be there. Nick is going to be there for the Yakuza episode.
Oh, yeah.
I don't care. I'm dragging him into this VC,
Exactly.
and he will watch Yakuza.
I'm getting Yakuza mostly because I just need some to play on my PC.
Bro, you can also
Alrighty.
play it on the PS5.
True.
Anyways,
I pro-
It honestly will probably run better on the PS5.
And it's probably for best because my PC is my SSD on my PC is only 1 terabyte, and it is eaten up by for some games I bought on Steam and the recordings I save because I don't remember to delete stuff, and I don't like deleting stuff because you never know when you actually need it.
anyways, back to Pokemon. Alrighty, next thing. The Pokemon trading card game Classic was announced. It is the game's base set. It looked pretty cool. So if anybody's into Pokemon cards,
Charizards.
I am very curious to see what the resale market for these trading for this trading card edition goes for,
I'm
or like what
also
exactly it entails.
curious. I'm also
Yeah.
curious.
I'm curious to see how scalpers will scalp these.
Oh God, yeah.
I don't think it'll be so much of a scalp. I think it'll be a fairly wide release. But for any of those of our audience who happens to be in the TCG place, especially when the whole Magic 30th incident occurred, like it was enough to get on like mainstream news and everything like that. If they do this well, it's gonna be hilarious.
Yo, for someone who doesn't know what the Magic 30th event is, what is that?
So the Magic 30th, for the celebration for Magic 30, right, was an event, but they also released a product of 4 booster packs, right? And in those 4 booster packs, they had cards from the alpha and beta set back when the game first released in 94, I believe it was.
I'll
No,
take
93.
a look.
93.
The video game or the card game?
The card game. But what made this so controversial was for those 4 packs of cards from those sets, which, by the way, not original cards. They were actually custom-made cards for this particular set, so they had a different back and everything. It was for $1,000.
Oh, shit.
4 booster packs of cards, which also, I need to also throw in there, they are not playable or legal in any format that Magic currently has for like competitive usage or for like store championships or anything like that. These cards are not legal in anything. They are what we call proxies, which means they're not legal anywhere, but you can use those to play with, but not in an officially sanctioned tournament. So basically, people are paying $1,000 for 4 booster packs where you might get something good or you might get complete dog water worth of card value.
Dog
And they're
water.
not being able to play it anywhere. So, needless to say, that caused an uproar. And then what's even funnier about that is that Yu-Gi-Oh! Of all card games, they came around for their celebration event, re-released some of the Egyptian god cards and like some other cards that go with the set for a much, much lower price. I think it was like $40, I think, for like their
Whoa.
their anniversary thing or something like that. Like, and that's, and if some people are bad at math, $960 less than what Magic was charging.
Yeah.
Oh, it's hilarious. So if this comes out and it's actually a pretty reasonable price for like actual playable cards in like maybe like the legacy format or like the old format or whatever Pokemon has, it's gonna be hilarious. I could go on talking about TCG stuff, but we're already gonna like bleed this conversation out. So please get me on.
And answer your question about the release date of the card games. It was released in October of 1996.
The Magic card game or the Pokemon card game?
Pokemon.
Oh yeah, that makes sense. Yeah.
Then
Okay,
the
yeah,
Game
so-
Boy. Then there's the Game Boy Color version, which I keep forgetting actually exists.
For what?
Pokemon trading card game.
Oh, yeah, I knew that existed.
Oh yeah, the original Pokemon trading
I thought
trading
you were
card
talking
game.
about Pokemon Yellow, and I was like, what?
No,
It's like,
actually,
oh.
Yellow was also released in 1998, along with the trading card game for the Game Boy Color.
Which is just wild to me. It's just wild to think about. that
Funny
they even
thing,
had
I
that.
actually have a copy of Pokemon Yellow, but the worst thing imaginable happened to it.
What's
The
that?
battery backup save died,
Oh,
Man.
which means I cannot save any game. It'll always refresh.
man, that's unfortunate.
But luckily, it has not happened to my copy of Pokemon Red, because I completed the Pokedex in that game.
There you
Nice.
go.
I did that in Pokemon Blue.
Ooh, very nice.
I haven't completed a Pokédex in any game. Anyways, so I thought this was an interesting announcement. Pokemon Concierge. It's a stop motion animation series with the Pokemon Company and Netflix collaborating in a partnership. So the series will be created using stop motion animation, features Haru, the concierge of the Pokemon Resort, and her trusty partner Pokemon Psyduck. We all love Psyduck.
Misty's favorite Pokemon, Psyduck.
We don't know much else about Pokemon Concierge, but it'll be an original story, and from the looks of things, will be relatively lighthearted and bright. This is from, by the way, for anybody wondering where I'm getting my information from, IGN has this page up, so if you want to look at everything in detail. But yeah, so I'm pretty interested to see this, because at first I was kind of worried. I was like, oh god, they're partnering with, like, Netflix again. But then they were like, it's a stop motion thing, and then they were saying that it's their team in Japan. Not gonna lie, I would rather any team anywhere that's not in America to work on a Netflix adaptation.
True.
Right.
So, because I know that they're gonna care about it.
It seems, yeah. Do we know when it plans on releasing? You might have said it, and I just did not hear you.
They just
Then
said coming
Pokemon-
soon. There's no official release date or even kind of time frame.
I'll probably do it maybe fall or winter of this year, possibly, or maybe even for summer because it's a resort thing. So who knows? It might be coming out this summer, maybe next summer. Who knows?
Yeah. So it'll be interesting to watch. I'm definitely gonna watch it because it's on Netflix. So.
Well, maybe another reason for me to keep my Netflix account, but if it disappoints or Netflix stops it after a season.
Yeah, I'll probably wait to watch this until the final season of Stranger Things comes out, and this at the same time, so that way I can be like, cool, let me get my 1 month in, watch everything I want to watch. Maybe there's a new season of Love, Death, and Robots. Maybe we'll watch that too, and then just be done with it, because I canceled my Netflix months ago.
Damn.
I can't get rid of it.
Oh yeah.
Ugh.
Yeah. Because I don't pay for it.
Oh, dude.
Oh, oh, so then you can't say anything. Whatever.
Hey, don't let Netflix hear you say that.
Alrighty, so.
Oh, that's right. I forgot. Family doesn't matter to them.
Oh,
They're
God.
always watching.
But next up
Always
is
watching.
updates for Pokemon Unite.
Oh, okay.
Wahoo!
Continue.
Yeah, right.
And Zaxian looking fresh.
It's
Is that how
a
you say
sword
his
doggo,
name?
all right.
Is that how you say his name?
I'm pretty sure it's Zacian, but I think you were pretty close.
I thought it was Asian.
Yeah, it's definitely looking like a dog with a sword in its mouth.
It's in a suit.
It's a cool design,
It
but
found
I've always
the
just...
coolest stick ever.
It's a cool design. I just don't like Sword and Shield.
I think
Why?
it's Zaxian is Zoro's pet.
I think the best question to ask here. What the dog doing?
What's the dog doing?
Dude,
I was ready for you to say something involving
It stole-
Yakuza, not gonna lie.
What the
No.
dog doing? The dog stole
There are
someone's.
so many dogs in Yakuza. It's awesome.
The dog stole someone's tuxedo and top hat.
and someone's
Yeah.
sword, apparently.
Yeah,
No, that
that's-
sword belongs to Zaxian.
Yeah, that's his sword. I mean,
Oh my god.
Oh,
okay,
God.
so I thought the next announcement. I thought I have this game on the Switch. Pokemon Cafe Remix gets Scarlet and Violet DLC. So basically, they're adding in the starter Pokemon.
I've never even heard of this game.
didn't you
it's kind of
mention
like
this in the last episode we had?
no, we did not.
Oh, I could have sworn. What was it? Because there was something similar to this that I thought was mentioned somewhere.
So Cafe Remix is kind of like they give it
Cooking
as like
Mama,
a,
but for
it-
Pokemon.
No, it's not Cooking Mama. You don't cook at all, actually. It's
and
kind
like
of
that,
like
you've lost me.
yeah, it's a puzzle game. It's yeah.
Lame already.
But yeah,
Pokemon babysitting mama.
anyways, Pokemon Cafe,
Imagine.
they're adding the 3 starter Pokemon, Sprigatito, Fuecoco, and
Quaxley.
Quaxley, okay.
Waxily.
So
Worst starter
Yeah.
out of all of them.
So they're also going to be joined. They can be joined as new members of the Pokemon staff. They're also joined
They'll be
by
joining Greninja, the great
Yeah.
chef.
Greninja, Victini, Mimikyu, Eevee, and Celebi. They're also returning as delivery candidates. This is for anybody like in our audience that plays this. I haven't played it since like it first released.
I haven't even heard of it until today.
There you go.
I've heard of it.
But yeah, moving on.
Yeah, I'm looking at-
Pokemon
that's super
Masters EX gets.
Hey, I'm gonna refrain from saying anything about the title.
Pokemon Masters
Please
EX
don't.
gets Rally with 6 classic trainers. So, the 6 new classic Pokemon trainers appearing in a rally in Pokemon Masters EX. Cynthia from Diamond and Pearl. Yes! I swear to God, every time you mention her and you hear the music and you're just traumatized.
You see her Garchomp.
Literally.
It's
So-
Listen.
what triggers the fight or flight response more, Cynthia's theme or the Guardians theme from Breath of the Wild? What triggers your fight or flight more?
Cynthia.
Cynthia.
For me, it's the Guardian theme because
Although
I'm
I
gonna
had
be
to-
honest, Cynthia wasn't that hard.
Cynthia
I
was
just like her
difficult for me,
music.
especially with my Dialga.
Oh, Cynthia's theme goes hard.
Oh, yeah.
Exactly. No, her theme song is what so good. But anyways,
Yo,
Oh,
Melina,
I moshed-
after this
I'll
episode,
mosh
I'm
to
gonna
that.
send you a cover.
you're what? Oh, cover.
Yeah, after this, I'm gonna send you a cover.
Awesome.
Anyway,
so
I just tried to
Cynthia.
go clubbing for that.
Also joining Cynthia is Iris and Alder from Black and White, Diantha
Cool,
from X and
cool.
Y, Steven from Ruby and Sapphire, Lance from Red and Blue. They will all be available to partner up with. Handful of other
Alder.
announcements were made from the game, including DLC inspired by Pokemon Sword and Shield. Bleh.
I
Do
love
any
how
of
three of
you-
them. I love how 3 of them use dragon types,
Literally.
and it seems like a little bit of a theme. And then we got Alder, Carlos, Steve, Color Region Champion. I forget her name, and then Steven.
Diantha.
Diantha, yeah.
Hey, it's a nice
But
little bit
you-
of a break of the mold, I would say.
But
Does anybody here play?
Which one do you guys think is the most difficult out of
most
all
difficult?
of these 6? Yeah, which champion was the most difficult? Steven never gave me that much trouble because I always chose Blaziken.
Do we
If we're talking, I would have to honestly, Oras Steven, pretty difficult actually, because that Mega Metagross that he just had just hit like a semi. And I remember going in for the first time, and I was just woefully underleveled for it, and it just annihilated me.
The dragon type trainer, Drake, I think his name was, gave me more trouble than Steven. Because that's Salamence.
Yeah, no, for sure. Oh yeah,
But for
like,
me,
if we're
I would
talking
have to say-
especially the older games. Yeah,
For me, I would have to say Cynthia.
makes
I
sense.
don't think. Okay, so I think out of all of these, the only one I haven't gone against, because I haven't played Ruby and Sapphire, so I haven't gone against Steven. I honestly didn't really have any trouble with the rest of them. I think I had trouble with other characters in the group, not them though.
Iris got tricky though in Black 2, White 2.
I had more trouble with
I thought
May.
Iris was easy.
Really?
I had more.
Yeah.
I had more trouble with May's second fight in Ruby, Sapphire, and Emerald than Lance.
Yeah, so there were other characters that I had more trouble with than the ones that are in this added to this
Yeah.
game.
Yeah.
Does
Listen,
anybody
I
here
love
play
Diantha.
Pokemon
Diantha's
Masters?
really cool. Yeah. I honestly, when it comes to Pokemon Masters, I played it for maybe 10 minutes when it first came out and just immediately dropped it.
Damn.
Yeah, because they definitely got the hey, you're just starting? Cool. Here's all this cool stuff you can have, and I'm just like, I'm looking at the progression system. You want my money? I'm good. Thanks. Bye.
You want my
I'm just
yeah.
done.
Same.
Listen,
Every
I probably would
mobile
have
I know
game-
because every gacha game does that, right? Like they'll like when you're first starting off with any gacha game, they're like, here's all this free stuff you can have. Here's all the gems. Here's a couple of free rolls for your packs or whatever. And I know not every single gacha game is like that, but a good majority of them are.
No,
And
because
yeah, I have a long and complicated history with gacha games, so I just stay away from them altogether now.
no, because I have this gacha game called Cookie Run Kingdom, and
Wait, what is it called?
I've
Cookie
spent
Run
50
Kingdom.
Cookie Run Kingdom. You should get it. Don't. You'll get addicted.
It's one of her top 5 games.
It is because I
Listen,
spent
I had
almost.
to go through.
It better be
Fate
some part of my
Go
top 5 because I've
therapy
spent
and Onmyoji
$50.
therapy. Okay, I had to go through Fate Go therapy. I'm
Oh
not
my
going
god,
through that again.
I've spent probably $50, maybe more, on that gacha game already.
There's one
and
game I
then-
spent
hey,
so much
hey,
money on.
At least you're not Alpha Rad, who tried to complete Fire Emblem Heroes.
You don't complete Fire
When
Emblem
no.
Heroes.
When
It completes
first,
you.
When it first came out, and he spent $8,000 on Fire Emblem Heroes.
No.
He
Just
got nowhere
no.
close to.
No, it's a trap. No, don't do it.
It's a
One
trap.
game I spend like a lot of money on, Monster Legends.
Monster Legend. Is that the one that sings, or am I thinking of something else?
That's a different one.
My
Monster,
singing monsters.
Am I singing
Oh
Monsters?
my
Is that
god! I remember when that was a
Monster-
thing.
Monster Legends is think of Clash of Clans and Pokemon together.
it?
Damn.
Interesting. Okay.
You have to
You know-
build your world. You have to build different islands for your monsters depending on what type they are, and then you go to battle other people or progress through the story. And there's and when you battle, it's Pokemon. That's all it is.
But yeah,
Gotcha.
the only
Okay.
reason I spent that much is because they had an update and they were having the BTS cookies in there. But so that's why I spent
Guys,
money on it. But
what
then
about-
I haven't played it since, and I'm like, I better not delete this game. I dropped money on this. I can't like.
This is that is what's called the sunk cost fallacy, right?
Thank
you've
you.
already
I'm like,
invested
I
so
can't
much
get rid
into
of
it,
this.
you
I
can't-
put money in this.
That's how I was
what
with
about-
Yoji.
what about Raid Shadow?
Today's sponsor, Raid Shadow Legends.
Moving
We're
on.
not sponsored. We're not sponsored.
It's okay.
Looking
Moving
at
on.
Pokemon-
Look, Colin, you were talking about this Pokemon Sleep.
Yo, Pokemon Sleep looks so cool.
So
But
I
if
don't know how to
look up
feel
with a
about this
Bulbasaur
one.
next to me, that Bulbasaur is getting decked.
I know. I don't know how I feel about this either. So going over what Pokemon Sleep is exactly. So it'll be coming out this around the summer of this year. The app will track your sleeping patterns and will show you different sleep styles of the many different Pocket monsters you can encounter in the game. It aims to turn sleeping into entertainment by having a player's time spent sleeping and the time they wake up affect the gameplay, letting players wake up with Pokemon every morning. It's kind of like one of those apps that you find, you know, in the App Store. It's like to track your sleep, or kind of like how the Apple Watch has that feature to track your sleep. That's how I see it anyway. So it
Who's
doesn't
ready
appeal
for
to me.
competitive sleep?
But if you're someone who takes
We're gonna min-max
multiple,
sleep.
if you're someone that takes multiple naps a day, you can catch them all easily.
I don't think that's how
I
it
just-
works though.
That's
But-
Bro,
I mean-
Pokemon Sleep.
I don't know, cause like I feel like I'm an insomniac. I ain't getting anything from this.
I think
I
it's
look
gonna
at-
be interesting. Yeah.
I look at
Oh,
this
sorry,
and
go
all I
ahead.
can picture is Meloetta singing you to sleep. That's all I thought of.
Okay, I really
Didn't
did
think of Jigglypuff.
I was just gonna say, like, yeah,
Oh, yeah,
Jigglypuff.
yeah.
Come on.
No, I think more Meloetta.
Okay, anyway.
It'll be interesting though. I wonder how this will work. Considering that here in a couple of months, right around the time that this comes out, I'm gonna be in the middle of the ocean. So I'm kind of interested to see like how well this will work. Like if it needs to connect to the internet or something like that. Because if that's the case, this might be something I actually might do. Because what
Well-
else am I gonna do while I'm on the boat besides work? You
Bro,
know.
gamify
let's hope
your
that-
sleep. You got this, bro.
Let's hope that
I'll
Elon
report
Musk
back.
sends. Let's hope that Elon Musk accomplishes his mission of bringing internet to the entire world.
Oh dear God. Anyways, I think
We didn't
Oh,
need
well-
to bring up Elon in this episode.
so. There's so basically they're in the present. They were talking about how you could place your phone by your pillow, and you know it tracks your sleep and everything. My issue with that is that I cannot put my phone next to my pillow. Like I always thought like, because I read this one story. This was years ago, where
Someone left their phone on and their bed had caught on fire.
okay, well that, but also another one where a woman kept leaving her phone in her bed, and I mean, mind you, this was years ago, so maybe there was actual like issue with the phone or something. I don't know, but she would sleep with it in her bed, and then she ended up getting breast cancer.
Oh, that's
So
a
that's
turn.
why
I
that's
thought you were
why
gonna
I
say
don't
it,
sleep.
like
That's
The
why I don't sleep.
radiation.
Yeah, so that's why I don't sleep with my phone in my bed.
uh-oh.
That just kind of like as a kid, like that kind of got me paranoid and everything. So
I do. I sleep with my phone in my bed.
I'm not
But
gonna lie, I was
anyways-
expecting you to say something like it like just exploded one day or
Was it
something
a,
like that.
yeah, I was about to be like, was it a Note
Well,
7?
Okay,
I have
so
no
here's
idea
the
what
thing
phone
though.
it was.
It's they as Apple like kind of knew about that, like that some people like to do that. And they implemented a feature where your phone just kind of shuts off if it gets too hot, so it doesn't catch on fire.
No, that makes
So,
sense.
anyways,
I'm looking at the end of the Pokemon Sleep thing, and I just can't ignore the fact that Snorlax finally has a nightcap on.
Yo, my boy Snorlax.
but here's the thing though. Here's the other announcement. If you don't want to put your phone next to your pillow, they have Pokemon Go Plus Plus announced for Pokemon Sleep and Pokemon Go. Basically, it's like a little button kind of thing, and it's shaped like a Pokeball, and it has the design for it. Basically,
It's like a
you could
pedometer,
put
right?
yeah, basically you could put that next to your pillow. And let me go through what this thing does. So, also I love the fact that Pokemon Go Plus Plus.
Plus.
I can't with that name because literally in the live stream, Nick was like, "Can't wait for Disney Plus Plus."
I've heard worse.
Anyways,
The mega premium subscription. Yes.
so this new gadget is designed to work with Pokemon Sleep and, of course, Pokemon Go. It'll be available this summer, July 21st. Pikachu is inside the device and will sing players lullabies and get friendlier the more you sleep. The more sleep the trainer gets. As for its Pokemon Go functionality, the device will finally allow players to catch Pokemon and spin Pokestops automatically, a feature that's otherwise only been available through third-party alternatives.
And this idea was inspired by the Pokewalker.
I was just gonna say, yeah, I was like, this sounds a lot like the Pokewalker.
Yes,
Yeah.
I thought about it. I'm like, wait a minute, why does it sound just like the Pokewalker?
Yeah, so that's basically what this thing is. I think it's interesting. I have not played Pokemon Go since it first came out. Just gonna be honest.
Right.
So I'm sure there's
I
a
get
ton
on it
of
from
new
time to
stuff with
time.
it that I have not seen.
I haven't
Okay.
played Pokemon Go since like junior year of high school because I had a friend. She loved Pokemon. She snatched my Nintendo Switch just to play Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu. Meanwhile, I think I played Pokemon Red. Continued my journey to catch them all. But she never stopped talking about Pokemon Go. I'm like, what's the point?
Bro.
I mean, hey,
I mean, what's the point? What's the
When it
point of any
first-
game, though?
when it first came out, honestly, I think it was a good idea because it got people to go outside. I think that was the whole point, really.
Bro, I had a friend.
Either that or high Uber prices.
I don't think
I
Boy,
had
that was the
Uber
time that
didn't-
humanity just came together.
were there
You know what I
Ubers
mean?
when
Like-
Pokemon Go came out?
No,
Yeah?
people just taking Ubers because they refuse to walk.
But yeah, so sorry, Colin, you were saying something.
Oh, I was gonna say I had a friend who really liked Pokemon, and then I stole his copy of Heart Gold.
You remember? I remember you telling me.
That's right, for the
remember
last episode, right?
Yeah.
See now, what I'm kind of hoping ends up being the case with this though is like for Pokemon Sleep specifically, I hope that they have functionality for you to also like link up, like say if you have like an Apple Watch or if you have like any other like fitness band or a Fitbit or anything like that. I wonder if they're able to hook up connectivity between those because like
That would
from
be
time to time
interesting.
I would like to from time to time actually wear like my Fitbit that's currently charging right now. I'll usually wear that to sleep just to kind of get an idea of like, you know, how my sleep is and stuff like that, like how much REM I'm getting. So I hope that they have that connectivity function installed already, or if you're like wearing an Apple Watch, for example, if you can link up to that or something like that, like through like app permissions or whatever. If that's the case, then I will definitely start using it. But if it requires for me to have my phone next to my pillow or this device, probably not. I mean,
Yeah.
all I can do is
Next
just hope
thing-
that you can have like
Well,
watch compatibility or whatever.
I'm just waiting for Nintendo Pokemon just to re-release the Pokewalker. Catch Pokemon while you're out and about.
Yeah. Well, I
never
agree
used that, by the way.
Yeah. Don, while I agree that that would be a great idea, I'm doubtful of that only because like usually when you have a separate device that you can link to your phone through a specific Nintendo app, it's usually they connect not via Bluetooth, but sort of like almost like a, I don't know what kind of connection.
Like a cloud-based server or something?
Yeah, and it's specific to like the device, maybe the serial number of it or something, or the specific signal it has.
Right.
So
I think
they
you can
might
still
not
send data. It just can't like materialize that into anything on the app unless you have an internet connectivity, like
Right.
an internet connection or something like that.
Right, and
But they
unless
can probably still
the
send signal.
right, and unless this Pokeball device has like a legit Bluetooth system in it, and you can connect to other devices besides Pokemon Go specifically and Pokemon Sleep specifically, then yeah, then it sure go ahead. But I don't know if they did that or not. We'll find out.
Yeah, I guess we'll have to wait and see.
That's true. I mean, they didn't. I feel like if they did, they would have mentioned it, but they didn't. So that's why I'm doubtful of it. But yeah,
I mean, because they have those options in Pokemon Go right now, where you can like link it up to like whatever like
True.
pedometer device you have, so you can get much more accurate like step count for hatching eggs and stuff like that. So
True.
who knows? We'll see. We'll see when
Right.
it comes to the system settings or anything like that.
Right, and those are those third-party things, though.
Yeah, that's also true.
Yeah, so those are those third-party alternatives. I think this was also kind of a way that they were like, okay, these third-party things are getting, like, downloaded and everything. We need to kind of, like, stop that or something like that. I feel like that's what they do, because
yeah.
Nintendo likes to do that.
Because who's going to tell
Anyways.
Nintendo no? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Who's
So,
going to tell Pokemon no? Yeah.
alrighty, so something exciting for Alex and Dawn here. I guess if it is. Pokemon Scarlet and Violet expansions were announced. So basically, the first is available this fall. It's called the Teal Mask. So during which players will visit an area beyond the Paldea region called Kitakami. The second expansion is the Indigo Disc and will be released in the winter of this year and have players attend Blueberry Academy as an exchange student.
I didn't even complete the academy in the original Paldea region.
Yeah. Pokemon
Go to
Home
school.
connectivity
Go to
was
school.
also...
You get some cool stuff.
I
So-
already graduated college.
What was also announced for Scarlet and Violet was the Pokemon Home connectivity. The only vague early 2023 date was revealed, while Pokemon Go connectivity is available as of today. Finally, the Walking Wake and Iron Leaves Terra Raid battles are now available.
A new Terra Raid event with two new Paradox Pokemon. The one for Scarlet, Walking Wake, which is prehistoric Suicune, a Water and Dragon type, and then Iron Leaf, was it?
Yeah, Iron Leaves, yeah.
Iron Leaves, which is a robotic Virizion, which is a grass and psychic type, which I do not approve of because it's metal. It should be a grass and steel type.
Oh my god. I mean,
Yeah, but
can
that's
we
the
just
same
talk
kind of
about,
logic you could have for some of the other ones, though.
Can we just talk about the
I never
designs?
understood it.
Can we just talk about the designs for these two? Because I think the prehistoric design for Suicune, dear God, what were they thinking? It looks like
Bro, it
Hey,
looks-
they were thinking of Dawn in his Monster Hunter series.
Hey.
Yeah,
wait.
no, it's literally for all our Monster Hunter viewers right there. It's literally just a Royal Ludroth, and I cannot get that out of
Wait.
my head.
And Virizion, it's just Virizion. It made of robotic
Verizon.
parts.
literally. Nick, I know you don't like to edit pictures and everything, but just for this one thing, like you have, like, please, these two designs
I mean,
are
Just
dear
look
God.
at them.
Like it's
It honestly makes me more glad that I got Scarlet, because Virizion just does not look that impressive. I know their Suicune does not look that good in prehistoric, but I think I would rather go for, because truthfulness, there's more effort put into the prehistoric Suicune than the futuristic Virizion.
Yeah, I mean, and even if you still have like somebody, like say you have another person who is also plays Violet, and you have Scarlet, you can still join their raid and get one of those Virizions. You can still get both in your game, but just natively you're locked into your version exclusives between Suicune and Virizion, depending on your version.
I don't know anyone else who has Violet. I only know me who has Scarlet, and Colin has Violet, but he hasn't started it.
Dude,
And
I'm not
actually-
gonna start it for a while.
Yeah, and I actually did take a look on Scarlet and Violet like a couple hours after the direct or the presents. I keep saying direct after the presents, and I noticed. However, I didn't look too much into it, but I noticed that the Suicune and the Virizion raids, they're not 6-star raids like they normally are. They're 5-star.
So essentially, it's easier.
I can't say easier because I have not done it yet, but actually after we stop recording tonight, that's actually what I'm going to probably end up doing next is getting the exclusives, hopping up with my cousin to go play.
But honestly,
so I'll report back to what it's like, but from what I've seen, they're 5-star, not 6 or 7-star raids like we've seen before.
honestly, it makes me. I honestly don't have a problem going up against a Walking Wake because even though my highest level Pokemon is Garchomp, problem is that's a dragon type going up against another dragon type.
Just do a Zoomer like everybody else. You'll be fine.
But I do have Gardevoir, who is fairy type.
Yeah, that could also
So
work,
just
yeah.
set up a bunch of Calm Minds and then Moonblast.
Oh, that's right. I forgot they changed Gardevoir's type.
Well, they
Yeah.
didn't change it.
Psychic
they added
Fairy.
a new type. It's Psychic and Fairy.
Well, when they
I-
added fairy type, though.
I think but I am pretty sure that Fairy is a special and not physical.
Yeah, so let me ask you guys this
Yeah.
real quick then, because normally when Pokemon like does something or when they add like a Pokemon or something like that, there's usually a reason for it, right? Like anytime they make a design for a Pokemon, it's always for a specific reason or based off something specific that they might do. Suicune and Virizion, one of two different kinds of trios, seems a little bizarre to just randomly just include those two.
I like Suicune because Suicune was like the intelligent one in the Johto region. If you played a Heart Gold or Soul Silver, Suicune was the one that always went away. Meanwhile, Raikou and Entei were those annoying Pokemon that ran away when it was its turn, unless you unleashed Mean Look.
Hey,
Right.
but you don't like the dog that barks and then erupts a volcano?
Right.
I don't know about you, but I like those volcanic Pokemon, which is why I like Heatran.
What do you think about Slugma?
Slugma.
That's so random.
The Trapeset.
What about Camerupt?
The
No,
Trapeset.
no.
No.
But
What do you think about Slugma?
honestly, not that bad if I didn't go for Blaziken and I
Slugma.
don't have a Torkoal.
Anyway,
Is he
But
gonna say it?
but Virizion, I don't understand why Virizion. I honestly think that would be better off with Cobalion.
I mean, so then another point I was actually going to cherry pick off of that. Would it be possible that probably sometime within the next year or so, they're going to announce more Terror Raid battles that have the other versions of their respective trios? So could we see a Paradox like Entei and Terrakion, for example?
You say
Or-
Terrakion?
Yeah.
I say
What?
Terrakion.
Yeah. Well, I mean, so like, are they going to complete the cycles of those? Because if that's the case, that makes more sense. Because this, as it stands right now, as of the time of recording, seems random. Just usually they have a reason to do things, and this just seems random.
What if they release like Paradox, Thundurus, Tornadus, or Landorus?
I would see, like, based on what they're supposed to be, I don't see a good reason to do that, honestly. Because their inspirations are pretty cut and dry. Like when it comes to, like, you know, folklore and, you know, Japanese folklore and shit like that, what they're based on. I don't see a reason for them to do that because they already have the Terrian forms and the incarnate forms.
Yeah.
Why add a third? You know what I mean? Like, it just doesn't make any sense.
What like special legendary that is native to a specific region would you want to see?
As like a paradox form?
Yeah.
Oof. Honestly, I would want to see Genesect.
Genesect.
Give me Paradox prehistoric Genesect, because Genesect has always been like a, hey, this Pokemon was actually based off an extinct species that has been, reincorporated into, modern technology. You know
What
I mean?
about Keldeo?
Keldeo? Keldeo would be interesting. Sure, why not? But anyways, sorry. We looks like we got on a little bit too long for that one.
That was okay. So
To me, like the new Terra Raid is the most interesting that came up in the direct.
I would have to disagree with that. I'm still actually looking forward to the DLC stuff, which I think is our next topic of conversation.
Okay, but like, was
the
the
teal
DLC?
The teal mask and the indigo disc.
Okay, but like, was the Indigo Disc Pokemon? Was that a turtle?
yeah, basically.
Yes, it's.
Yeah, I think it
It looks like.
I love it. I love it so much.
Honestly, yeah.
No, it kind of looks like that instrument, if you know what I'm talking about.
The steel drums.
Sorry about that.
The thing the instrument that plays under the sea.
Yeah.
Just
But
the
anyways,
pineapple.
so I believe there was DLC that it became available after the present, right? Or something?
So to correct on that, so technically, it's not. Technically, yes. It's more of
Something
like
was
a pre-order-
available after.
Yeah, it's a pre-order bonus that you get. So
Gotcha.
if you pre-order the DLC for the Hidden Treasures of Area Zero, you also get additional outfits for your character in the game. So basically like a new variation of your uniforms that
Right.
you
I
have
still
in the
haven't.
game.
I still haven't changed the outfits on my character.
Listen, if it was like the past couple of games when it came to like trainer customization stuff like that, cool, I'd be down. I was already planning on getting it anyways, so sure, why not? But these uniforms in these games, it's just kind of like, no. And I actually got to take a look at some of the new uniforms that they came out for the pre-order bonus. It's just, no, I'm good, thanks.
Something I wanted to bring up though was that they announced basically all that new stuff for Scarlet and Violet when basically they have this huge update that was needed for the game that I believe did it come out today? Did they update it today or
Melina
probably
cut out.
tomorrow? Because they
Oh,
said the
no.
end of February.
Leaving us in suspense.
Whoa.
What?
Until
Hello?
here she is.
Hi, sorry. What?
You died.
Where did I cut off?
I don't remember.
You started
talk-
talking about the
Okay, basically-
DLC.
They mentioned this new stuff. They're talking about and at the same time they have this update for the game that was very much needed. So I was like, why are they mentioning new stuff when they need to fix stuff first? So, but
Kill
that
two birds with one
yeah.
stone, I guess.
basically because we've surprise, we've gone through the whole list of things that they announced today. So
Epic.
yeah, but because we're on the subject of Scarlet and Violet, I wanted to just kind of bring up a few things from the update because they have a very, very descriptive list as to what is being updated, which I feel like, I mean, if they've been this descriptive in the past, I don't remember, but I feel like
They haven't. That's the
exactly
crazy
like
thing
this
about it.
is surprising. Like they knew they messed up.
Bring back Chad's.
So on top of
Charizard.
bug fixes like Terra Raid
Chadpool.
battles,
Chadpool? You mean
Chadpool.
Chadpool?
but anyways, other than bug fixes for Terra Raids, and battles and other things a lot of other things, they've also added a few features or feature adjustments, should I say, just to name a few. Players can
Better
also
internet.
now swap out held items by pressing the Y button when in held items view.
Should have been in there from the beginning,
Should have been in there from the beginning. And I'll mention one other. Players are now able to select all boxes while moving Pokemon or items in the party and boxes view and held items view. So
That's a really nice quality of life stuff that they definitely added for sure.
exactly, it just makes everything flow better, and it's just like, ugh. But yeah, so they mentioned a lot of bugs. They were very descriptive with them, and mentioned that this will be fixed. This will be fixed. This has been fixed. Blah blah blah. So that is good.
Yeah, because I think they knew is like, yeah, we launched this game incomplete, right? So they're just like, you know what, as a show of good faith, let's be as transparent as possible, because I don't recall them ever having this extensive of a list or this detailed of a patch note, basically, or patch notes update, however you want to call it. They've never been this extensive before, like Pokemon specifically.
Yeah.
So that's a good start.
It's a step in the right direction.
Yeah.
Now,
Yeah.
overall
I will
impressions.
I will confirm though that a lot of these bug fixes have happened and they are nice, right? So like the box stuff, it works great. The Terra Raid battles are a lot smoother now. I think when they fixed the play rough thing with Azumarill, it definitely got fixed. However, it got nerfed. Am I lagging? What's going on here?
No,
Yeah, you're
not
fine.
on my end.
Okay, because I just saw my my Wi-Fi bars and they just they gave me a funny look. Anyways,
It gave you
yeah,
a
just give
funny
me a
look.
funny look. Yeah, so the Terra Raids run a little bit smoother now. I think they nerfed Azumarill with Play Rough.
They did. They did.
Yeah.
Thank
Which is
God.
a shame. No,
Look,
you
Playrough
kidding
was
me?
all-
I was able to one-shot just about anything I went to. That's a bummer, but okay, that's fine. It needed to happen anyway, so I get it.
Yeah, one other Pokemon was able to one-shot with its unique attack abilities.
Yeah.
I don't know what his name was. It's a ghost type. Houndstone, I think it was.
Yeah, I think with its like signature move or whatever.
Yeah, it was so overpowered that it got banned from tournaments.
I will also confirm, though, unfortunately, they did not fix the frame rate issue. They did not fix the frames per second issue that just drags. Because
So I can't play at 60. I can't play at 60 frames still.
Well, I haven't toggled
You can't
with
play
those
Breath
settings.
of the Wild at 60.
It runs
Yeah.
smoother than Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, that's for sure.
Yeah, and I tested this by going to the large lake in the game, the one that's like notorious for like moving your character like this. Like it's awful, right? It's awful. I went over to that area because I'm like, listen, if they fixed anything about this game, this would be the place where it's really taxing on your system, where it just runs so slow. It's a little better, but it still lags like crazy. It's still slow and choppy, so they didn't really. I don't think they did a very great job at that, and I don't think they're going to, honestly,
I mean,
at this point. 'Cause-
here's the thing about that is that the fact that they need to basically either lower the graphics in that area or what, that's not really on them. That's on the console at this point. Like
Yeah,
the console
maybe.
should be updated with the games.
I mean, and I also say this too because I also have that Scarlet and Violet OLED. So this is about as up to date as far as Switch consoles go as you can get, and it still lags like crazy.
Exactly.
Imagine Nintendo released the Scarlet and Violet model. I think they re-released it as well. But they made it specifically for Scarlet and Violet to run at the most optimum settings.
Wow.
Meanwhile,
Yeah,
everything else was buggy and stuff for it.
Damn. But, anyways, overall impressions of today, of the Pokemon Present. Again, meh. I was kind of expecting more. I mean, I was doubtful of it anyways. It's not like I had high hopes. I really do think they need to start looking at maybe remaking stuff. It's not a bad idea. Like, people would
Black and white.
appreciate it. Well,
Mystery
no, not
Dungeon.
even... Not even
No.
not even main staple games like Mystery Dungeon or Pokemon Ranger or Pokemon Coliseum. Any of the side games, because a
Gale of
lot of them are
Darkness.
underrated. So it's there.
Gale of Darkness, Nintendo or
Exactly.
Pokemon.
So it's there. It's available. They could even make a new story, what have you, so that they have time for the next big main game.
Right.
So.
But actually, real quick, let me ask everybody first initial impressions for the DLCs specifically, not the Terra Raid stuff, but the DLC announcement specifically. what are our thoughts on that? Because I don't know about y'all, but the legendaries that they announced, especially the monkey, the dog, and the pheasant, like legendary guardians for the new DLC, they look goofy as hell, but I love them. They're so cool.
They do look kind of goofy.
Yeah, I mean
They
basically
look a little silly.
it
A
was
little
like the
stupid.
last video they were like, and last, like, here's like, check this video out and everything. And I was like, oh, maybe they'll have like a new game or something or something, you know? And then as soon as the cutscene started, I was like, is it DLC? Is it Scarlet and Violet? Is it DLC? And it brought it up, and I was like, I knew it. How did I know?
Yeah.
How did I know? Wow.
Listen, those guardians are goofy as hell, but Ogerpon, which is supposed to be like the legendary for the first DLC, I forget, I already am blanking on the name of it. Like the was it the Jade Mask or something like that? What am I tripping?
Teal
the
Mask?
Teal
the
Mask?
Teal Mask.
Yeah,
Yes,
teal.
thank you. Yeah, that legendary, I love it. It looks cool. I'm down.
I'm
However,
more
I
of a
cannot say
fan
this-
of.
yeah.
I'm more of a fan of the Indigo disc.
See, I'm sorry.
I just like the sea turtle.
Yeah, it's a sea turtle, which is super
Save
cool.
the turtles.
What kills it for me though with that with the indigo disc one, why does it have the symbols of the typings on it? Why couldn't it just been colors?
Maybe
It's
it's
like,
maybe it's a
it's-
spiritual Pokemon.
I don't know. To me, it just it looks. I'm sorry, I don't like it. It looks kind of silly with all those different type with like the symbols on the back of it. The Pokemon by itself, really cool. It's just the symbols on its back that kind of ruin it for me.
But it's a sea turtle.
But it's a sea turtle, yeah. I just wish it was like the colors instead of the type symbols. You know what I mean? Because like if this is supposed to be like a super ancient Pokemon, why does it have these symbols on it? Like it just I don't know. I don't buy into it.
Maybe for colorblind people.
What?
What?
That was so
To-
off
to-
topic. Alex, what?
If it was full on colors to represent the types, maybe
But those
colorblind
typing
people-
symbols are still the same color anyway. So like,
But now it's more visually understandable. I don't know. I'm just trying to think of a reason.
I
I
guess.
never said it was gonna come. Look, I never said it was a good reason. I just said it's a reason.
yeah, that's fair, I guess. But
Fair.
no, but yeah, but no, I'm definitely looking forward to these DLCs. And I also saw,
Same
and
here.
I believe if the sources that I see are correct, apparently the DLCs are $30 each.
Oh
Instead
God!
of- Yeah, I think they were like $30 or $40. It's kind of hard to see on my reference screen right now. But the Sword and Shield DLCs were like $50 a pop. Like for both of them, it was $50. For this one, it's like 30. So I'm like,
Still, though, that's
are we gonna
ridiculous.
get like, are we gonna get less content for these? Like,
It's probably
are we
less.
only gonna get, yeah, are we only gonna get like $30 worth of content? Because if so, that's a real disappointment. Because as you know, as I
Give me a
mentioned in
Charmander.
yeah, as much as I mentioned in the last episode, I wasn't a big fan of Sword and Shield, but the DLCs were kind of cool.
The DLC gave us more access to legendary Pokemon.
Yeah, and it was just more enjoyable experience overall because there was just more game to play. But if these are like $30 and they're not they're not all that long, they're not that long. That's gonna be very disappointing.
If
Really
you're
kinda
gonna,
bummed out.
if it is indeed $30 of content, yeah, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised. At Nintendo, Pokemon, pretty much both companies have been on on the disappointment train recently.
Look, Nintendo's already
Yeah.
charging us is already charging people $50 for expansion pass on Nintendo Switch Online. For a lot of games that are mediocre.
Yeah, but at least you get a catalog with that. You know what I mean? That's a bit different.
That expansion pass is like $70.
Is it 70? I haven't even looked at it yet.
When
actually.
I last checked it, like by myself, yeah, it was like 70 or
But
something.
They
I was
better
like,
add
hell
some good.
no, I'm not paying that.
There better be good stuff if it's $30. $30 for DLC.
I think it was $30 for both. Actually, you know what? Let me double check real quick. Hang on.
Oh, he's
But
leaving.
still, there better be good content in there. Because if all we're just getting is
I'll check right now.
if all we're getting is being a transfer student to a new academy, I'm gonna be very disappointed.
Man, I was kind of hoping that we were
Or-
gonna have a graduation-based DLC, but whatever. It's fine.
Well, not just that, like not just that. Like in case like it is more just school, there's more Pokemon to catch. Please let it be other Pokemon for from other regions. Because as
I
of
think
right
they
now,
were adding some.
the access to Pokemon from other regions is very limited.
They are. They're in Teal Mask, from what I'm looking at. They're adding Ninetales, Milotic. I'm gonna be completely honest. I don't remember half the names of these.
I know what you're
I
talking
can
about,
take a
though.
look real quick.
I need to
I
see
see
it.
Whimsicott.
I need to see
I
what you're
see-
seeing.
I see Spheal. I'll put it in general.
He's looking at it from the actual video.
No, I'm not.
Or, okay, or not.
I'm looking at it on Twitter.
Oh, okay.
I'll put it in general.
Okay.
All right, let's see what we're working
Metagross
with.
is back too.
Zebstrika,
Oh.
Oh yeah,
That's not Spheal, that's Dugong.
did I say Spheal? Oops.
Yeah.
It's a good roll. It's the roly boy.
Shiftry.
Yeah.
If
that's
these
like
are
Shiftry.
if these are all the Pokemon that are going to be added, that's very underwhelming.
No, I think that's just a small sample size.
Good,
Might
because
be,
that's
yeah.
like very underwhelming. Only 6 more Pokemon to catch for each DLC.
There is actually also another thing that I saw during the direct that I found interesting.
Oh yeah,
Uh,
Whimsicott. I forgot about
for
Whimsicott.
For the Pokemon Go connectivity for it was the Pokemon Go for Scarlet and Violet when that comes out. Or I might have it a little bit confused, but basically they have it to where like on Pokemon Go, if you spin a Pokestop, it has like that stop postcard has an ID with it, and if you transfer that ID to Scarlet and Violet, you can actually encounter Vivillon forms that are based on that regional code. So like if like say like here in Las Vegas or whatever, you spin a Pokestop and then that code gets sent over with the postcard, you can encounter a Vivillon of a certain type of pattern. And there's like 32 of them. I probably have that number all wrong, but yeah, there's like a huge amount of like variations and stuff like that. And the little completionist part of my brain is just like, I need all of them now. I guess I'm just gonna have to start traveling to get more Vivillon forms now, I guess. So,
There you
more
go.
reason for me to play Pokemon Go.
But I'm just excited to see what kind the access of how much Pokemon we're gonna have access to from other regions.
My
Might be a
guess we're
lot,
probably
might
gonna add
be.
like I think we're getting like another 200 or something like that. I don't recall what the exact number was during some information that I saw, but I think it was like around roughly 200 more Pokemon.
Well, it better be worth it, because as right now, there's very few Pokemon that on this list that I actually like.
I think there's more.
There's more. Probably more. Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah,
That would make
I'm
more
pretty
sense.
Well-
sure there's supposed to be more.
Let's get final kind of like thoughts and impressions of the whole
well,
live.
for me, mediocre.
Yeah, it was okay.
Understandable.
I went in with low expectations because I didn't think there was gonna be a whole lot, so I'm not like disappointed. That they pretty much came out with everything just like I expected them to come out with, like not a whole lot of crazy stuff, because I mean we're in the DLC year for a mainline series game, so maybe next year we'll probably see like some crazy big announcements and stuff like that. We're pretty much in like the year after Sword and Shield came out when they were announcing Crown Tundra and Isle of Armor. Like there wasn't really a whole lot else that came out with that, so this doesn't surprise me.
Yeah.
Same. Yeah, I felt the same. Well, in any case, I believe did Nick mention he was gonna talk about a certain leak that he mentioned today in a
Bro, I
video
have
by
no
himself?
idea.
Oh, sorry. I found not to interrupt. I actually did find the bundle price for the DLC. It's actually $34.99
For both?
for both.
Oh wow.
Yep. If I'm looking at this correctly on my Switch here, yeah, it looks to be both DLC, the Hidden Treasure of Area Zero. Yeah, it looks like it's going to be $34.99. But here's the part I find interesting, actually, that I see, like, if you literally go on, like, the bottom of the bundle code or whatever, it says estimated release date for Part 1, The Teal Mask, is December 31st, 2023. And then Part 2, The Indigo Disc. Yeah, for Teal Mask, that's the estimated release date, at least on the bundle contents right here.
Yeesh, and it said planned release date is fall.
That's what's
just
weird.
It's just a placeholder date they put when they haven't set a date.
Yeah, I think so.
So that's
They
like
do that. They do that all the time. They did
I still
that
hate
with-
when I hate when they do that. And even,
I mean,
even if it's common, I
just-
still hate it.
I mean, it's just what they have to do.
Yeah, that's fair.
Well,
Yeah,
I'm not sure.
I saw that too. Yeah.
I'm not sure if Nick said he was going to mention it later, which he probably will, but might as well bring it up just real quick as final kind of like thoughts and everything. So hopefully, well, a leak was mentioned that a new console would be brought up and announced later this year. I don't remember if he said it would come out either if it would actually be released later this year or that the announcement for it would be later this year in the fall, I believe. So either or, I'm kind of upset at it because it's like, why would you mention a console way after a big title is about to come out in literally, 2 months?
Yeah, 2 months.
Yeah.
In 2
And
months.
also considering I just bought this a couple of months
that
ago.
people have
I
bought an
dropped
OLED.
serious money on.
Exactly. People have purchased an OLED. And it's like, why would you do this?
I sold my regular Switch and Switch Lite to get this OLED.
Exactly. So that, I haven't bought an OLED or Lite. I've had my Switch the whole time. Thank God. But it's kind of like, everybody's kind of getting screwed over about this. Nick mentioned that it's kind of like, it'll be the, oh my god, what did he say? Let me get it real quick. Yeah, I want to.
I wonder if it's
Nick
gonna be
on
like
this.
I wonder if it's gonna be like a mid-generational like console upgrade, kind of like how you had like the PS4 and then like the PS4 Slim, for example. Like it's
Yeah,
basically the
so-
same console, but it's just an upgraded version.
Right, he's
That's
saying.
still like a little. To me, that's still like a disappointment.
Exactly, because here's the thing, Nick said Tears of the Kingdom could definitely be a cross-gen game, which I get that. It could be like where you could play it on the Switch and you could play it on this new console. Here's the thing though, Breath of the Wild basically came out with the Switch. So the new console was already out. You could either play it on the Wii U if you didn't want to get the new console, or you couldn't get the new console, or you got the new console, you could play the game. But you're releasing a big title, and then this console coming out way after the fact. So, it's I don't understand. I'm sure they're hoping that it's like, oh well, you could either keep playing it on the Switch where it's kind of running it, or you can get the new console and it'll run it beautifully. It's like, really? It pisses me off. We'll talk more about it in a future episode, but I'm seething right now. Oh my god, I just pissed myself off.
Oh no.
Wow, okay.
Wahoo!
Anyways,
Woohoo! Yes.
so
Wahi wahoo wahoo wahoo.
basically, Nintendo as a whole is just having a wow. It's like Colin said, a wahoo kind of like.
They're getting their wallets ready
Wahoo,
to
wahe,
take
wahi.
money from our wallets.
Literally. So, but needless to say, Don, thank you for joining us again for another amazing Pokemon episode. Even though it was kind of about a meh live stream, but we made the best of it. Alex, Colin, as
Yeet.
always, you guys are always here.
I enjoyed myself. I don't know about y'all.
But anyways, we hope to see Don again in another future episode. Maybe it'll be something
for having
different.
me on.
Maybe it'll be Pokemon again. We don't know. Or we do.
I will look into other Nintendo titles that you cool kids are playing, and then maybe we'll go from there.
Wow.
Or you could play the Yakuza series.
Oh
I was
my
just gonna
God.
say. I'm just gonna say. It's like, and then Colin coming in with the Yakuza.
Here we go with the Yakuza series. Hit that subscribe
Or-
button, hit that notification bell to be updated on whenever we live stream, whenever a new episode comes out, whenever a new short comes out, what have you, or even just short videos in general. But Comment down below what you thought of the Pokemon presentation today. Comment anything about it because there was not much about it. So yeah,
For sure.
follow us. We love you guys. Say bye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye!
And play Yakuza.